A very good morning and welcome to my dear students. So today in this video lecture, we will know about the genetically modified organisms. We have already discussed in the class regarding this, what is the genetically modified crop or even say genetically modified organisms and all those things. But there are several advantages and disadvantages. In this tutorial, we will discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of genetically modified organisms. So here are few things. Genetically modified foods are organisms that have had new genes added to themselves from other organisms. It's very clear to you because already during recombinant DNA technology you are already known to you that your target gene is once is inserted into a target species, then the species will be a genetically modified organism or will be called as GM. So being around in 1994 at that period, they were produced in many ways that is very similar in genetic engineering. Genetic engineering is the branch where you can insert a gene into a target species through recombinant DNA technology. The technique used to this type of crop management has been introduced to ensure farmers and merchants are able to improve crop or food quality in more efficient way. So that was the actual target. But now we will discuss about the advantages and disadvantages. The first in the advantages section, the first is the insect resistance. Some GMO foods have been modified to make them more resistant to insect and pest. So actually, if you can see, the insect and pest are the very dangerous thing where crop yield is reduced, significantly reduced. So that's why it was the prime target to make or to develop insect or pest resistant genetically modified food or crop. Okay. Second is the stronger crop. Another benefit GM technologies believe that it bring about is that can be engineered to withstand weather extremes and fluctuation, which means stronger crop means in sense of any climatic zone. Suppose it's a hot, it's a cold, it's a rainy season or drought season. In anywhere, the crop can be survived. Larger production is also includes the total yield. Once you have developed the resistant variety of pest and insect, automatically your production will be higher. Fourth is the environmental protection. The genetic GMO crop can help reducing greenhouse gas emission, soil erosion, and environmental pollution. So these are the three important points, and thus it means the general health of the beauty of the environment that surrounds farms will be improved. Okay. So next is the extensive protection for crops. GM fruits are also created with the use of genetic engineering and technology that was designed to make sure crop will never be damaged in a fast rate. The method also allows farmer and merchant to preserve good quality food more efficiently by using special substances. So here extensively protection of crops is nothing but you can preserve your harvested crop for a longer time. That is the another important. Next advantage is the more nutritious food. It is also believed that the GMO is having more nutrition in terms of vitamins, in terms of total protein content, low cholesterol, and all those things. So it has also been identified in case of hybrid tomato or GM tomato and GM corn also you can see. Okay. So next is the diseased use of pesticide. It is also found that the GM they need low level of pesticide. Pesticide is nothing but to resist the pest attack in the field. So here, once you are using the pest resistant variety, so that means you need not use the pesticide additionally. Okay, and more income with the genetic engineering, farmer will have more income because the production will be higher and number of pesticide will be less. Requirement of pesticides is less, so there also they can save the money. Okay, less deforestation. So to sufficiently feed the growing population in the world, deforestation is needed. But with genetically modified animals and crops, the use of method will be minimized. That is also very important point. Decrease in global warming. Once you are cultivating the GMO crop, that means it reduces the emission of greenhouse gas, soil erosions, and all those things. It absorbs the heat. Also, in the hot extreme condition, it can be grow. So these are the things like decreasing the production of carbon dioxide, and resulting thing is that it will reduce the global warming ultimately, isn't it? Next is the decrease in food prices, decrease in food prices. Due to the higher yield and lower cost, food prices would go down. Should be actually, okay. A new product. The people actually psychologically they want new product in the market so that they can be attractive. So here GMO crop is in the market can be treated as a new product for the people and they will be attracted and they will buy it. So these are the all about the advantages. Now we will discuss about the disadvantages. The first of all is the allergic reaction. So allergic reaction is nothing but due to the genetic engineering, the crop is whether having any toxic chemicals or gene is mutated or some genome is damaged or rearranged so that the new phytochemicals is secreted that can be allergic. So that is a very dangerous thing if it happens, but it's not always a frequent event that can be happen with the GMO. So this is the disadvantage. Maybe not 100% environmentally friendly. So sometimes you can see the genetically modified crop are not sustained in the all environment. But we hope that when we are producing, suppose drought resistant, cold resistant, hot resistant, so they can survive, they can be cultivated. But sometimes, if some gene is mutated, in some genetic portion is deleted or damaged, so that portion will not work. So that's why it is called not 100% environmental friendly. Lower level of biodiversity. Actually, they need some specific environmental conditions, and it is a very um, closed ecosystem. They follow the closed ecosystem. That's why it cannot be justified into the open and global biodiversity because you have already engineered, you made this plan inside the laboratory. So it's uh, like a kid. So you cannot leave your kid in the open market unless until they are surviving for few years along individually. Okay. Next is the decreased antibiotic efficacy. Actually, people used to say that some genetically modified foods have antibiotic features that are built into them, making them resistant to immunoviruses or diseases or viruses. And when we eat them, these antibiotic markers will persist in our body and will render actual antibiotic medication less effective. So this is also happens sometimes. Unusual taste. Some people also claim that the genetically modified crop, the taste is actually differs with the existing copy. Okay, so that's why they reject it. They don't accept. Okay. Next is the cross pollination. There is a very probability cross pollination can over quite large distance when new genes can be included in the upswing of organic traditional plants or crop that are miles away. Actually, you cannot differentiate what are the organic crop, what are the traditional plants in the plants unless until you are tagging them. If you tag them, then this problem will be solved. Gene splicing is also can be happen because it is unclear what effects is there in any the genetic pollution resulting from inadequate sequestering of genetic modified crop population would have on the wild varieties surrounding them. So gene splicing means suppose you have inserted the genes, that genes may have some effect in splicing the other genes. That can be happen also because it's a very close memory. Suppose if you consider the volume, the genome size is fixed. So if you are adding something, so something has to be removed because the size is fixed or constant. So that's why some useful genes may be splicing or transfer. Okay, so these 2 points are more or less similar. These two you can mention. And the next are the conflict because GMO conflict because some scientists, if they develop, they should have the patent for the commercial seed to release the commercial seed for the farmers. So that conflict should be there. Exploitations of the germplasm and genetic engineering crop that will be a powerful weapon against the enemies. Could, they can be exploited. Widening gap of corporate sizes also is the disadvantage. This advantage possibly happen between the food producing giants and their smaller counterparts. Okay, so new diseases may be arrived. You don't know because, but you are still preparing the disease resistant variety, but you don't know from where a new disease is actually introduced into the GMO. So that is a very severe issues. And economic concern. Economic concern means bringing the genetically modified food in the market can be a costly and lengthy process. And of course, agricultural biotechnology companies want to ensure a profitable ROI. Okay, so this is all about the advantages and disadvantages of genetically modified crop. I hope you can understand. You can go through the slide repeatedly and you can write down the points in your notebook and you can read it. Thank you for watching.